It's one thing, especially when you're reusing gear from trip to trip, it's always nice to have like a spare for anything that could break. So I've got some like hose clamps, I've got a bunch of spare links, I've got rubber cement and super glue and extra brake pads. I've got tire levers, I've got these fiber fix spokes, so if one of my spokes breaks I can replace it with this to get me to town or wherever I need to fix it. I carry some pieces of sidewall that I had cut out from old tires, and with these I can stitch it to the inside in case I get a sidewall cut. So I'll just like super glue that in there and then use thread and just sew it, and then you can mount it again and then your tire's pretty much good as new. Good morning, guys. I loved being in Patagonia. It's such a great little town, and the gathering grounds was a great place to hang out. A waitress came out asking if any of our names were Kodak by chance, and sure enough, there was a gift certificate waiting for me.
I have to unfollow you if you put your answer on Facebook.
No, somebody bought me this lunch, so I have to say thank you. Thanks so much, David. So I came to this little gazebo last night, ended up working on the video until like midnight, and then I just slept here. I walked out of town last night. That's right, I walked out of town last night with 2 thru-hikers I met and was hanging out with. We got Songbird and 3G. I almost forgot.
You got it! I was like, oh no, he's gonna forget.
Songbird hiked the AT in 2016, the same year I did, and 3G was on the PCT last year. So we came up here and we camped on this little grassy knoll here. We had an amazing sunset and we just watched the sunrise. They set off. They've got a pretty dry ridge to hike over. My goal is to be in Tucson in like 3, maybe 4 days. I'm headed to a little town called Sonoita. It's about a 12-mile road ride, but it's not bad. Just put some headphones in, listen to podcasts, and keep on cruising. I met these bike tours once. I used to play a little game. They would guess based on the smell whether it was a pig farm or a cattle farm. Another fine example of worth doing twice. So I made it to camp for the night. I am right where the bike route meets the Arizona Trail, and I happened to run into Songbird and G3 again. I just finished my dinner. I had rice and beans again. Pretty much the same thing I'm eating every night till I get sick of it. And there's camp for the night. Peanut butter and raisin bagels. Yum. I love taking it easy in the mornings. I can still do that right now. It's not getting that hot during the day. I stopped in a little cafe yesterday on my way out of town, and all of a sudden I hear shh. The waiter came up behind me and squirted the room with some kind of perfume stuff. Yeah, I smell pretty bad right now. So it's a 2-cup morning today. Well, that's okay. It's a good day as long as I'm out by 9. Welcome to Kentucky Camp. The outside is made of like adobe, just like mud brick. Another register. 3G and Songbird. No one else I recognize. How would you like to live here? I think it'd be awesome. Giant kitchen. I'm gonna eat some potato chips and maybe a couple cookies. Not stay too long here. I gotta keep trucking. I've been going really slow today, taking a lot of video and talking to a lot of hikers and just some day hikers out on the trail too. The buckle broke on my seat bag. Well, it's really springy, but it'll get me to camp. I can fix it further there. So here's home for the night. So I'm actually pretty tired, which is making this whole filming thing kind of hard. It's just, yeah, this is a lot of takes to try to just say, this is where I'm sleeping. I'm tired. I'm gonna eat some food. I had some things break today. Yeah, it's time to go to bed. Good night, guys. Alright, we're gonna go join the hikers for breakfast. Peanut butter bagels. Let's do it. So yesterday I had one of the buckles break on my seat bag here, but I'm carrying a spare. So here's what we're looking for. Got this spare clip. I'm reaching new levels of disgusting. Look at this. Stiff as a board. I hate putting these things on in the morning. Ugh.
You wanna go for it? No, not that one. What if I had to? The main pool? Is that up there?
Well, there's our water spot.
Here, you wanna give it a scoop? This is good water. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let me know when you're ready for the bleach.
More things are breaking. This one pretty bad. I was riding along and all of a sudden my tire just lost air completely. Psh! Turns out the valve stem snapped. Never seen that one before. So I'm gonna throw a tube in there and hopefully that'll get me into town. I don't have too much further to go. So my tire's been holding up pretty good. I put a tube in it and I've made it almost into Tucson. This is the final stretch here. I'll drop down into this, cross over the highway down here, and then Tucson's right around the ridge. Well, I'm totally exhausted, but I'm climbing up this like hill right here because the sunset is, I mean, like look at that. It's so pretty. And then I'm just gonna sleep right in the middle of the trail. But let's go get to the top of this thing. Yeah, life right now. So this is my home for the night. Just sleeping right on the side of the trail because I am spent. Kind of a rough day too. I had a problem with my bike tire. The valve stem broke off and I had to throw a tube in it. And I went over my handlebars and I tore my legs up a little bit. So I was sitting here this morning packing up and a mountain biker rolls by and starts talking, offers me a place to shower and stuff. So I'm gonna follow him out and yeah, and go take a shower. Look at this. I'm a disaster. Yep, yesterday was a little rough. Pretty sure I've been dirtier. Not sure that I've been bloodier.